Have you ever felt a quiet, almost unexplainable shift happening inside you, long before anything changes in your outer reality? It begins slowly, in subtle ways, like a whisper in the back of your mind or a gentle pull towards something you can't yet describe. You might wake up one day and feel different, not because something happened, but because something inside you has begun rearranging itself. And even if you can't fully articulate it, you know something is shifting, something is aligning. Something is preparing you for a version of yourself that you haven't met yet, but you can already feel. And if this message found you right now, in this exact moment, it's not an accident. It never is. There is a money shift occurring beneath the surface of your life, and it always happens internally before any financial change becomes visible externally. People often think their life changes when money arrives, when opportunities appear, when circumstances improve. But the truth is deeper than that. Life changes the moment your mind changes. Money responds to identity. Abundance responds to energy. Prosperity responds to the version of you that you are becoming. And before your life transforms, your mind sends signals. At first, you barely notice them. A slight discomfort with old patterns, a sudden inability to tolerate things you once accepted, a desire to grow without knowing exactly how, a sense that you are outgrowing conversations, environments, people, routines. These shifts are not random. They are signs that your inner frequency is rising, that your energy is elevating, that your consciousness is expanding into a new financial reality. The money shift begins long before the money comes. You may notice moments of clarity that appear unexpectedly, where ideas flow to you with unusual precision. You may start questioning beliefs you carried for years, beliefs about what you deserve, about how much you can earn, about what is possible for you. These internal questions are not doubts, they are awakenings. They are the early stages of a financial rebirth. They happen quietly because transformation is always born in silence. Before a breakthrough becomes visible, it grows in the unseen. And you might be feeling that right now, the sensation that something is changing, even if you can't point to it yet. This is how the universe prepares you, not with noise, but with alignment. One of the strongest signs that a money shift is happening is when your old life starts to feel too small for you. You look around and feel like you don't belong in the same emotional spaces anymore. Your old habits no longer satisfy you. Your old mindset no longer feels right. You catch yourself thinking bigger. You begin imagining more. You stop asking, "Can I have this?" and start asking, "What do I need to become to receive it?" This is identity evolution, and money always follows identity. Every time, there comes a moment in this shift where your self-worth begins to rise. Even if your bank account hasn't yet, you begin valuing your time more. You begin protecting your energy more. You begin saying no to what drains you. You begin saying yes to what expands you. You start aligning with the version of you who already lives the life you're trying to attract. You may even feel guilty for wanting more, but that guilt is just a sign that you're stepping out of your old limits. You are learning that abundance is not selfish. Expansion is not arrogance. Wanting more is not greed. It's growth. It's the natural evolution of someone who is waking up to their potential. And then something even deeper happens. You become more selective. You stop wasting time on things that don't add to your future. You no longer crave validation from people who cannot see your vision. You stop explaining yourself to those who are committed to misunderstanding you. You prefer silence over noise, focus over distraction, purpose over comfort. This is not you becoming distant. It is you becoming aligned. You are stepping into a new field of awareness, and the things that once consumed your attention now feel irrelevant. That is not a loss. It's an upgrade. Another unmistakable sign of the money shift is the increase in intuition. You begin sensing things before they happen. You feel pulled toward certain opportunities, certain paths, certain decisions. A new awareness wakes up inside you, and it becomes harder to ignore. Your intuition becomes louder than your fear. You feel guided, almost as if life is nudging you towards something important. You may not know all the steps yet, but you feel the direction. And in this stage, even the smallest idea can change everything. The shift sharpens your instincts and prepares you for what comes next. But here is the part most people misunderstand. Before your financial life transforms, your old financial patterns begin to break down. Not because you're failing, but because you're transitioning. You may lose things. You may walk away from certain jobs, relationships, or environments. You may feel like parts of your old identity are falling apart. This is not destruction. It is release. You cannot hold on to an old life while stepping into a new one. The universe removes what you no longer need, even if it doesn't make sense at first. Some doors close not because you're unworthy, but because you've outgrown them. Some chapters end not because you're losing, but because the next chapter requires a different version of you. During this stage, you may feel uncertain, restless, or emotionally overwhelmed. This is normal. Transition feels uncomfortable because your soul is shedding layers you no longer need. You are not going backward. You are being rearranged for expansion. You're becoming someone who can hold more, receive more, manage more, and expect more. Money is not just a tool, it is a frequency, and frequencies require alignment. You are being aligned right now. As the shift deepens, your desires begin changing too. You no longer want temporary satisfaction. You want long-term growth. You no longer want surface-level success. You want meaningful success. You no longer want chaos. You want clarity. You no longer want survival. You want purpose. These desires are not fantasies. They are indicators of your next level calling you forward. And when desire aligns with identity, financial change becomes inevitable. Eventually, you will notice something else. You stop doubting your future, not because everything is perfect, but because something inside you knows you are being prepared for more. You feel calm, even without all the answers. You feel guided, even in uncertainty. You trust your path, even when you don't see the full picture. That trust is the foundation of every financial breakthrough. It means you are no longer operating from fear, but from alignment. And here is the most beautiful part. When this shift completes its internal cycle, your outer reality begins to rearrange itself. Around your new identity, opportunities appear where there were none. People who support your growth begin entering your life. Ideas turn into action. Action turns into momentum. Momentum turns into transformation, and transformation turns into abundance. This is the sequence. This is how the money shift works. It begins silently, grows internally, expresses itself energetically, and finally manifests physically. If you are listening to this wondering why everything feels different lately, it's because you are in the shift. You are not breaking down. You are breaking through. You are not losing your old life. You are outgrowing it. You are not confused. You are recalibrating. The money shift does not announce itself with fireworks. It whispers, it moves gently, it prepares you in silence, and then suddenly, your life begins to reflect the internal work you've been doing. The opportunities match your new identity. The results match your new beliefs. The experiences match your new frequency. Your financial reality begins to look like the person you became on the inside. So breathe, stay present, trust what you're feeling. Nothing is out of place. Nothing is accidental. You are shifting into a version of yourself who can hold abundance without fear, who can attract wealth without guilt, who can pursue success without apology. This is the stage before everything aligns. This is the moment before the breakthrough becomes visible. This is the transition that happens right before your entire life elevates into a new reality. And if you are still here, listening to this message, it's because the shift is not coming. The shift is already here. Comment below, I'm in the shift.